Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Charles Payne, and this is Making Money Live from the Prolific Growth Summit. All right, so listen, we've heard all the lines. This is too good of a thing that too much of a good thing could be not good for you, or don't put all your eggs in one basket, or the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And of course, this is a Wall Street favorite. Trees don't grow to the sky. And so these notions, right, they sort of inform our investing, even occasionally superseding fundamental and technical analysis. Now, ironically, this has been the case more so for professional investors than for retail investors. They have dared the retail crowd sort of to defy the Wall Street's logic, and of course the markets at times seem to defy everything, and the pros have lost out big time on this. But there's one saying that comes true, even if it does temporarily come true sometime, and that's all good things must come to an end. The saying is an excellent one for those who often are scornful, right? They espouse this usually at the success of other people. They can't stay great forever, but also when it comes to our own periods of disadvantage, right? It's sort of a hopeful thing. Now, there's no timeline for this to be true, though. If it looks like it could be more than a lifetime, in fact, we sort of change it, right? Well, the cards will change because Rome wasn't built in a day. Now, for this leg of the stock market rally, folks who have misread this move and been on the wrong side, well, they've been miserable. In fact, you go back to October 12th of 2022, and they haven't been too happy. Now, the good news is the rise of the Mag 7 has somewhat helped, it's helped the overall market. So even if you haven't had the Mag 7, you've done okay, and it's offset some of the pain. Think about this. The S&P 500 is up 89%. That's not bad, but equal weight large caps are up only 47%, right? So here's the rub. Can the rest of the market, and I'm not just talking about the S&P 493, but the Russell 1000, right, the 993, the other non-Mag 7 names, can they carry the rally baton without any help from the Mag 7? In fact, can they carry the rally baton if the Mag 7 begin to pull down? Correct. The new smart money, by the way, is retail, right? And retail may be sensing it's time to reposition. Take a look at this chart. Flows into technology are declining sharply. There are now 4 other sectors that are getting more love. Financials, we know, are the new darlings. Industrials have been the big winner this year. They're a big AI winner, so are utilities. And communication services, that's not technology, folks. That's a different segment. It's at the heart of the AI revolution. So this move in the market, it's historical, and it doesn't come around very often, so you want to take advantage of it. Too much money has already been lost by folks who have gotten out too soon. You know, it's sort of like living in a small town. And the traveling amusement fair comes through, right? You don't want to miss a moment of it, right? It's so much fun. But when you start to ease out of hot stocks, the question is, when do you do that? When is the fun over? And should investors continue to buy the dips, which, by the way, are shallower and shallower? We don't dip very long or very far anymore. Here's one thing to look at. The NASDAQ 100 keeps bumping up into valuation resistance. If it breaks through, this could be 1996. In other words, just the beginning, folks, just the beginning of something huge. If we keep bumping up against there and failing, it might be a signal that this is 2000, the beginning of something not so huge. I have had enormous success with my subscribers in the last couple of years, and I'm letting these ideas run hotter than I normally would. I'm making profits, big profits here, big profits there, but I got to tell you, in terms of reinvesting that cash in our model portfolio for the subscribers, I continue to look at AI, or that Mag 7 halo, which is growing larger and larger because there's just simply so much at stake. Hanging around to say I told you so for those who have missed this rally, it's like folks who've been in a doomsday camp since 2009. It doesn't help, it doesn't matter. The question really right now is how to proceed from this point.